Listening. 3A. 10.2. Listen to the conversations and look at the photos. Which city does each speaker talk about? What do they think about it?
Unit 10. Recording 2. Conversation 1.
Daniela, so you live in Melbourne, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Melbourne has been voted one of the best cities to live in for young people. So what do you think? Do you like living in Melbourne?
I love it. Melbourne is a really great city. It's very friendly and fun. There's lots of things to see and do.
Okay, so you can go out a lot.
Yeah, it's very arty. There are lots of cafes and street art, music, and the nightlife is really good. People like to enjoy themselves in Melbourne.
That's great. And what about getting around? What's the public transport like?
Public transport is really good, actually. It's quite cheap and it's efficient. You can go everywhere by tram, and sometimes it's even free.
So what do you like best about living in Melbourne?
I think it's probably the atmosphere. Also, it's a great location. It's really close to some fantastic beaches. So there's surfing. It's got everything, really. It's a great city.
Conversation 2.
Rick, you've lived in Dubai for, 4 years, right?
Yeah, 4 years.
So what's it like living in Dubai?
Well, I read that Dubai is one of the world's fastest growing cities, so there are a lot of people, and it's very crowded. It's a great city for shopping and going out, and it has a really good nightlife with lots of bars and clubs.
Is it a safe city?
Yes, there isn't a lot of crime. The streets are very safe. But one of the biggest problems is the traffic. Everyone drives a car here. Petrol is still cheap, so the traffic's terrible. One good thing is the taxis, though. There are lots of them and they're cheap, so you don't have to drive.
Conversation 3.
What about Prague? What's Prague like, Matt?
I've always loved Prague. I think it's definitely one of the best cities in the world.
What do you like best about living in Prague?
I think it has to be the city itself. It's so beautiful. It's like the city of your dreams, with beautiful buildings and squares. The old streets are wonderful to walk along. It is full of culture, music, bars, restaurants.
What about the weather? What's the weather like in Prague?
Yeah. Okay, when I arrived in Prague, it was -7 degrees. So obviously, it gets very cold in the winter, and there is a lot of snow. But in the summer, the sun shines and you can sit outside in the cafes or walk up to the castle. It's a very special city and the people are so friendly.